Hello, this is Musabori Man here. I'm about to start Tales of Berseria on PS4. Just came out today in the West. Start on moderate. Let's see. Let's do just the TV. Okay, so let's start the game. Starting with a high-quality cutscene, animated cutscene by Studio Ufotable. They always do a good job. Yep, if you keep this apple, the monsters won't get you. 'That doesn't sound good. He's turned into a werewolf. Wait, what? Oh. Oh. That's right, because they censored that in the Western version. That caught me off guard. They even changed the animated cutscene. They're going to quite some lengths there. They showed this scene off in one of the early trailers before it came out in Japan. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This kind of reminds me of how Dio sucks blood from people in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. With his hands, not his teeth.
血まみれの肉の味とあの男への憎悪だけだ。 起きてラフィー、朝だよ。おはよ
う。もうラフィーって呼ぶのやめてってば。子供っぽい。
This game has an interesting thing where it starts off in a prologue, like that's a flashback. So you get to see like how the character ended up where they are now.
僕岬に行くつもりだったのに。
ダメ、今日は我慢。
本くらい読んでも。
ベルベットを困らせるな。
I can't think of any Tales game where you have like a playable flashback sequence. At least not off the top of my head.
出かける用ができてしまってな。薬の代金は少し待ってもらってくれ。
なら私が稼いでくるよ。売りボアを何匹か狩れば薬と交換できるでしょ。
お前一人でか。
アーサーの戦訓その1、作戦は堅実に、対応は柔軟に。
わかった。弟子の腕を信じるとするか。すまんが頼む。
ごめんね、お姉ちゃん。
ごめんもすまんもなし。家族なんだから当然でしょ。
では行ってくる。
お粥を作ってあるから食べてね。夕方前に戻るから。
わかった。気をつけてね、お姉ちゃん。
Okay, these are the controls. Abal, the village of longing. So there's our main character, Velvet. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the controls are a little... I'm used to playing the Japanese version where you press X to back out and circle to select. Alright, so we've got... Yeah, this was Richard's move. Direction depends on button setting. Alright, well, I'll figure what moves are what later. In the equipment menu, you can see your character, which is nice. Oh, hi, Auburn Gamer. How's it going? Okay. So we gotta go hunt some prickle boars. I wonder if there's any items up here first. Garlic. It's a quaint little house. It's Velvet's room. Laffy's room. Oh, we can talk.
じゃあ行くから。グミ持っていくの忘れないでね。お姉ちゃんすぐ無茶するし。
私は大丈夫。それより
僕のことは心配しないで。おとなしく寝てるから。
ならいいけど。暖かくするのよ。外に出ちゃダメだからね。
So she's got the sickly little brother. He's got the anime disease. The nondescript chronic illness.
売り棒の狩り場といえば村の外の沈めの森よね。ラフィーの薬のため気合い入れないと。
So Arthur is Velvet's older sister Celica's husband, but her older sister died, and so did her unborn child, and these are the graves. Yeah, that's pretty dark right there. So square brings up the map. You can check like that. Alright. Let's head into town. This is a nice autumn-themed home village. I've got a skit.
そういえばアーサー兄さん、最近夕飯にあれを食べたいってリクエストしないな。いろいろ物騒で村の仕事にも借り出されてるし、疲れてるのかな。よし、今晩はセリカ姉さん直伝のウリボアの肉たっぷりなのにさっぱりシチューにしよう。栄養満点のお肉を食べれば疲れも熱も吹っ飛ぶわよね。
The skits are presented differently in this game than in past Tales games. It's not like the little box with the head inside it style, and it's also not like the static full body style. They're a lot more dynamic and they move around a lot in this game. So the Damon Blight is turning people into monsters. ゴーマ病。
はっきりしてるのは化け物ゴーマになった奴らは異常な力で暴れ出して人間を襲うってことだ。
まるで地獄の門が開いてこの世とつながったみたい。開門の人はよく言ったものよね。
そういやセリカが亡くなったのも開門の日だったな。お前の姉さんはこんな世界で
Wow. Why would you even think to say that?
セリカ姉さんが死んでよかったっていうの？そんなはずないでしょ。
例え話だよ。すまん。
バカだねこの人は。ごめんよフェルベット。
ねえベルベット、ライフィセット元気になった？
まだちょっとかな。
残念。良くなったらまたクワガタを探しに行こうって言っておいて。
よろしくね。
ライフセットの病気だいぶ長いわ。
相変わらず周期的に熱が出るの。薬を飲むと少し良くなるんだけど。
大変ね。
Where is the girl's mother that is speaking?
ありがとう。けど大丈夫。力仕事はアーサー兄さんがやってくれるし、それに兄さんが来るまでセリカ姉さんは一人で私とラフィーを育ててくれたんだから、私も頑張らなきゃ。
やっぱり姉妹ね。そういう前向きなところセリカにそっくりよ。
本当？そうなら嬉しいな。
So Velvet lost her older sister and her parents. She only has her little brother left.
森に行く前にいろいろ買い足しておいた方がいいかな。お金に余裕はないけど、勝敗は戦う前の準備で決まるって兄さんも言ってたし。
Started with 200 gold, huh? Well, hey, treasure chest. Resistance ring. Whoops. How do I, there we go. So these are the skills she currently has learned. And in this game, kind of like Grace's, like the skills you got from titles and that, you can't turn them off once you learn a skill. And you learn the master's skill on each piece of equipment. You can see like a 0 out of a number over there on the right. When you get grade in a battle, that fills it up and you'll eventually learn the skill permanently. So it's pretty different from Berseria where you couldn't learn any skills permanently. So here's a save point. That sound effect for the save point, they've been using that forever, at least since Symphonia, which came out in 2003. It's kind of a nostalgic sound effect for me. Because Symphonia was the first Tales game I played. And it doesn't hurt to save again. Saves pretty quickly on PS4 and PC after all. The PC version is coming out a few days later. I don't know why exactly, but I think it's coming out on Friday. Am I going the right way?
村のすぐ近くで数十匹のゴーマの群れを見たんだ。襲われたらひとたまりもない。逃げた方がいいと思うんだが。
逃げるってどこへ？ミッドガンド中がゴーマで溢れてるんだぞ。
心配いらないわよ。アバルにはアーサー兄さんがいるんだから。
アーサー。精霊を操る大魔師だったって言うけどさ。
大魔師ならゴーマを倒せる。近頃そんなおとぎ話をネタに金を騙し取る輩が多いらしいな。
ちょっとアーサー兄さんは
本物の大魔師ならなぜゴーマに襲われたセリカを守らなかった？
それは私とラフィーが。
所詮アーサーは村に流れ着いたよそ者だ。昔何をやってたか知れたもんじゃない。
それを言うなら私たちだって親の代に越してきた新参だし。
とにかくゴーマの対策を立てないと。
ああ、村は俺たちで守らなきゃならん。それが現実だ。
I see they're still using a lot of NPC models from Exilia 1 and Exilia 2. I don't think this is the right way. Let me go out of the town the other way. I really do like the aesthetic of this village. So yeah. You do later get the ability to run a little faster than this. I do think your starting running speed is a little low. And even later in the game, you get a thing you can ride to move around quickly. And of course, you get your quick travel options. Fast travel.
この辺りにいるはず。売り場は見っけ。
Alright. Okay, so you can use any face button to attack. You can only perform the number of actions in a row as the number of diamonds you have down there, the number of souls. And if you stun an enemy, kill an enemy, inflict status ailments, you can get more souls. So now I can do 3 actions in a row. Then when I stun him... What are the arts I have right now? I have 5 arts. Slicing Foot, Tearing Thorn, Gouging Spin, Harsh Rebuttal. I've got Rising Moon, and then that's fine. Later you'll get a lot more arts. Now I can do 5 actions in a row because I inflicted him with paralysis. Now he's dead.
まあまあね
Okay. Got some prickle boar meat.
よしこの調子で借りまくるわよ
Got another skit. Hey, what's over here? Can't go that way yet.
最近例外がひどいけど売りボアの肉を街向けに売れるようになったのはありがたいわねラフィーと兄さんも村を挙げて飼育できればとか話してたけど問題は売りボアの気性が荒いことよねおとなしい豚と掛け合わせたらいけるかなそしたら名前はブーリなんか臭そうねあとはウリタウリタがいいわ可愛いしけど可愛すぎてちょっと食べにくいかも
Another boar. Come to think of it, you hunt boars early on in Berseria as well. It's kind of funny. So if you spam your attacks, your souls will turn red, then your attacks will get knocked back. See? Defending, also... Wait, don't they mean it replenishes SG? Is that a typo? Or am I crazy? Defending doesn't reduce your soul gauge at all. It increases it. Oh, you've never played a Tales game? Sometimes you'll see a soul pop out there and you can grab it. I highly recommend the Tales series. It's a lot of fun. They're pretty much all of them are multiplayer as well. So if you have anybody from local co-op, you can play them up to 4 players. Although a couple of the games don't work well with 4 people, they work better with like 2. But most of them work, you know, with 2 to 4 players. Apple gel. Yeah, my friends know me as a pretty diehard fan of this series. I mean, if you look at my channel, like 99% of my videos so far have been Tales related in some way. Been playing this series since like 2004. If you hold the guard button, you can also dash in any direction, like forward, backwards, left, and right. You can dash in the number of diamonds you have, as you can see. Once it runs red, you can't really dodge anymore. If you dodge in the right direction at the right time as an enemy attack is hitting you, you won't take any damage. Looks like there's an event over here. Okay, let's go back to Abal. Head to the shop. in terms of multiplayer for this game, it works well. The only issue is that the you don't really get a second party member for a little while. So your second player will have to kind of watch at the beginning, or I guess you could hand off the controller at the beginning if you want. Yeah, I don't know if you're aware or not, but this game is a prequel to Tales of Zestiria. It takes place, we don't know, but probably like, you know, it takes place at least 1,000 years, maybe more, before Zestiria. But you don't have to play one to understand the other. But of course, you'll notice connections, and that's always cool. Cutscene.
あんたたちもしかして私が買った売り場の戦君その3剣を抜いたら迷うな。非常の戦いは非常をもって制すべし。
Okay, so I've got a new art. Let me put it here. It's fire, projectile. I think for now, I'll also put it like here, just in case I need to pull it out later. Berseria's intro is not altered at all, actually. They left the Japanese vocals in. The only 3 Tales games where they don't change the opening in any way in the West are Exilia 1, Exilia 2, and Berseria.
Series. 自負と不安、敵への同情、勝利の歓喜。お前は感情が豊かすぎる。それではいつか破滅するぞ。ああ、この子の長所でもある。分かってるさ。だがそれでは。
兄さん？
アーサーの戦訓その4だよ。勝利を確信しても油断するな。
はい。
ともかくこれでライフセットの薬代を払えるだろう。
I like Arthur's character design. It's pretty cool.
売る方の売り場は
This game does have an English dub as well. You can choose your language. I'm playing in Japanese because I'm already used to the voices, because I imported the game when it came out in Japan last August.
薬はお前が受け取ってくれ。もう一つ。 村の近くでゴーマの群れを見た。万が一襲われたら迷わず逃げるんだ。
I have a review of the game up on this
ゴー
channel.
マと戦えるのは大魔師の力を持つ者だけだ。それが現実の断りだ。感情ではどうにもならない。
私もなれないのかな、大魔師に。
なぜ鳥は空を飛ぶのだと思う？
I know a fair amount of Japanese, so I pretty much always import these games now.
飛ばないと餌を捕まえ
And
ら
then
れな
I
いし。
get them again when they come out in English so that I can co-op them with other people, you know? Multiplayer
才
runs.
能が必要なんだ。だがそれを持った人間はもうほとんどいない。
はい。
明日はセリカたちの命日だ。なるべく早く戻るよ。
お姉ちゃん直伝の騎士を作って待ってるから。
Somehow Arthur gives me a Tales of the Abyss vibe. He I don't know, he reminds me of somebody. Could it be Van? Is it his clothing that looks like that world's clothing? I don't know. Anyway, let's head back to town.
あの売り場たち兄弟だったのかな。見逃してあげればよかったかな。けどそれじゃあラフィーの薬代払えないし、カリのおかげで薬も買えるし栄養だってつけられる。これは仕方のないこと、理性的な判断なんて、いちいち悩む時点で感情に振り回されてるよな。
So she's a very empathetic, or is it empathic girl. Sentimental. Yeah, Japanese cultural influences on their games are huge and on like many other things.
祈りを忘れたわしら人間への
聖書？
世界は支柱の聖主様によって形作られ、一中の聖主様に沈められる。恐れよ矛盾の法話を。されば沈めの時来たらん。
大丈夫？家まで送る？
何の子供扱いするでない。
ならいいけど。
ああ、ベルベットや。岬に行くなら気をつけるんじゃ
Well,
ぞ。
if I had spoken to you from behind, that would make more sense, but I stood in front of you. You couldn't recognize me until now.
子供じゃないんだから。
そうじゃ。
But you're supposed to talk to her from
お前
behind.
ももう13歳だものな。
16なんだけど。
That's right, empathic. Like, empathetic means you can empathize with them, and empathic means they empathize with other people.
ニコ、食料の買い出し？
さ、そっちは狩りの帰り？
うん、大量だった。
頼もしいね。あんたが男だったら絶対惚れるわ。
よかった、女で。
女子ならもうちょっとお
Is
しゃ
this
れ
our
しな
ship?
さいよ。
使ってた串が割れちゃったのよ。
新しいのは？
そりゃ買いたいけど。
おじさん、串乙女価格にならない？
はあ、いきなりなんだ。
いいってニコ。今日はライフセットの薬を買いに来たんだし。
ベルベット、アーサーにも伝えたんだが、例の薬まだ入荷してないんだ。
なんで？もしかしてゴーマのせい？
町の方でゴーマ病がひどくなってるそうだ。この辺りもゴーマの群れがうろついているようだし。
いつ届くの？
わからん。 届いたとしても値がいくらになるか。
そんなミッドガンド王国は何やってるわけ？軍隊とかいるでしょ？
そんなものとっくにゴーマに蹴散らされちまったよ。
ここは大丈夫だよね。
So it seems like people can't really fight off the demons very well.
どうだかな。アーサーの右手は怪我で動かんのだろう。そもそも自分の妻子も助けられない。
Wow, everybody just puts their foot in their mouth in this town.
もちろんだ。これはサービスだよ。
ベルベット、覚えてるよね。
No one's ever heard of
学
tact.
生騎士の作り方を教えて
Everyone's like,
獣医見習いの人にプレゼント
yeah, remember that time your sister died? That was pretty rad.
もちろん。お願いね。私の人生の一大事なんだから。
けどおじさんたちに反対されたんでしょ？
周りがどう言っても関係ない。大事なのは私の気持ちなんだから。
いいこと言うわね。私が男だったら絶対惚れるわ。
でしょ？
ラフィーお腹空かせてるだろうな。急いで帰らなきゃ。
ベルベットのキッシュってお姉さんに教わったんだよね。
うん。セリカお姉ちゃんのには一味及ばないんだけどね。
十分美味しいって。シンプルだけどすごく上品な味だし。
それは生地とチーズに秘密があるのよ。
タリエシンの町に持って行ってもきっと評判になるよ。今度二人で作って行商に行かない？お揃いの売り子服とか着て。
売り棒は受かるより儲かるかな。
根拠はないけど儲かる。
I have played this game all the way through.
ならやっ
I
てみて
did
もいいかも。
I did like half of the post game as well. I didn't do all the post game. I didn't finish the bonus dungeon. And there's some optional bosses I didn't fight, but I did the whole main story.
過ぎだよ。気持ちはわかるけど、もっと自分の夢も見ないと。
私の夢か。特にないわ。ラフィーと兄さんと静かに暮らせればそれでいいし。
まったくもう。けどだからベルベットのキッシュは美味しいのかもね。
Maybe I should buy items while I can. Huh. But I didn't make any money. Shoot. Well, it's fine.
オルとトロス元気ないわね。
そうなのよ。ずっとこんな調子で泣いてるの。
These two dogs.
弱そうなのはいつものことだけどね。この前2匹揃って猫のルルに追われて木の上まで逃げてたわよ。
頼りないな。雷が鳴った夜は私のベッドに逃げ込んでくるし。
オル、トロス、
Huh.
あんたたちもっと2個のボディーガードと
There
し
was
て
a reference to Exilia 2 right there. They mentioned a cat named Rolo, or Uru in Japanese.
可愛いから許しちゃうんだけど。
Is the story better than Zestiria? Well, strap in and take a look for yourself. But I would definitely say yes. Like, Zestiria dropped the ball in a lot of places. Like, it has an issue where it's like, it feels like chunks of the story were missing. But Berseria feels like a good, complete story where, like, they didn't just, like, cut out parts because of development issues or whatever. The whole story is here, and it's a pretty good one. I would say this is probably the strongest story in a Tales game in a while. Well, Ifrit is actually mentioned in many Tales games. He's been around since at least the third one.
Tadaima, Serika 姉さん。もう7年も経つんだよ。姉さんと
70 years. So Velvet was 9 during that cutscene at the beginning.
お供えするの忘れちゃった。姉さんもお父さんもお母さんもあの花が大好きだったのに、生まれてたらきっとこの子も。ごめんね。
Yeah, Ifrit gets around, and in some games, Ifrit is even a female. I mean, I enjoy Zestiria more or less, but it does have problems, and it's a shame that like none of the characters were fleshed out well enough, both the heroes and the villains. But
おかえり、お姉ちゃん。
ラフィ、寝てなさいって言ったのに。
ちょっとだけだってば。
this looks like she's gonna compress his head.
ほら、熱下がってない。すぐご飯の支度するから横になりなさい。
ごめんなさい。
何これ。
羅針盤。磁石を利用して方向がわかる道具なんだ。
Yeah, and I felt like I don't know.
悪くてもわかるんだってば。
I feel like some like the way they well, I'm not gonna discuss Zestiria spoilers here, but I'll just say I feel like the way they handled certain characters was really bad. Like Dezel, it's clear that they didn't get the whole story in there.
さっぱりわかんない。
冒険の必須アイテムだよ。なんでわかんないかな。
また今度ゆっくり説明して。
怪我しなかった？
怪我どころか大量だったよ。兄さんも言うんじゃないかな。そろそろベルベットは免許皆伝だな。
で、アーサー兄さん、今日は帰らないんでしょ？
なんでそれを？
シアリーズが来て教えてくれたから。
兄さんの精霊。あんた、本当に精霊の声が聞こえるのね。
うん。
So Malachim are the precursor to the Seraphim of Zestiria.
兄さんの本を読んでいろんなこと勉強してるし。
そうなりたい。お姉ちゃんと一緒に旅をして不思議なものをたくさん見たい。狩りだって焚き木集めだって僕がやるし、ゴーマが来たって守ってあげる。そうしたい。だけど
なってくれなきゃ困るよ。
But my issues with Zestiria weren't only the story issues. I also did not like the skill system because you couldn't permanently learn any skills. Luckily in this game, you can learn skills permanently.
まず柔らかいミートボールシチューを作るから食欲がなくても頑張って食べること。で、苦い薬もごまかさずに飲む。できる？
もちろん。
Her little brother Laphicet looks a lot like a character from Tales of Symphonia. If any of you have played that game, you'll probably know who I'm talking about.
兄さんの本？あの子、こんな難しそうな本を読んでるの？目が悪くならないかしら。
日の前日、お姉ちゃんが一人で売り棒上がりに行った。お姉ちゃんの剣技はアーサー兄さんの次にすごいから、売り棒に負けることはないと思うけど。
Yeah, the weapon upgrading, if they just let you keep certain, like if you could learn the skills permanently and then you could then assign a certain number of skills on your checkerboard using the skill points, that would be great. It would have been perfect. And I definitely recommend that you play Symphonia if you can. It's on PS3 and PC. It's a good one. I mean, sure it's a little old, but it's not like bad or dated really. Too bad. It's my favorite. Oh, hi. Yeah, He does look like Richard from Graces, and it's funny you mentioned that because there is a there's a costume for Richard in this game. Somebody gets a Richard costume.
仕方ないわね。今日は特別にほうれん草なしであんたの好きなカレー味にしてあげる。
ありがとう。
2階に兄さん特製のカレースパイスがあったわね。
Yeah, it's definitely worth to play Symphonia. The Symphonia 2 though, that's not so great. Some people like it, but it's definitely not a great sequel. It's an alright game at best, but it's definitely not a good sequel.
今度うちに連れてくるからよろしくね。
うん。相変わらず仲がいいね。
まあね。
Yeah, these skits are really nice.
それにしてもあのニコが恋なんて。ラフィー、あんたも好きな子とかできたらちゃんと私に相談しなさいよ。
好きな子？
あんたは意外に頑固だからちょっと年上がいいかもしれないわね。あと料理が上手かどうかもポイントよ。上手な子なら大体間違いないと思うわ。
Yeah, Symphonia 2, Dawn of the New World, was being worked on at the same time they were making Tales of Vesperia. And it's clear which game got more staff and more budget.
セリカお姉ちゃんの代わりにあんたと兄さんのご飯を作らなきゃならないし、そもそもよその男の人を好きになるとかよくわかんないし。ラフィ、どうしたの
？Don't die.
大丈夫？今水を持ってくるから。
平気だよ。お姉ちゃんが変なことを言うからちょっとむせただけ。
ならいいけど、ごめん。ちょっと話が飛躍しすぎたね。
先が思いやられるよ。
でも仕方ないのよ。弟の心配するのはお姉ちゃんの仕事みたいなものなんだから。
分かってるけどね、弟だって心配してるんだよ。お姉ちゃんに幸せになってほしいって。僕だけじゃない、アーサー兄さんだってそう願ってるんだ。
家族だからね。
うん、家族だから。
ありがとうラフィ。やっぱり私はあんたのためならウリボアを1000匹殺したって後悔しないよ。
Vesperia was your first Tales game, or your first Tales game and first JRPG?
早く夕飯を用意しなきゃね。
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's not a bad way to get into both those things. Yeah, I mean, the Tales series is kind of responsible for me playing JRPGs as well.
約束したからね。
Back when Symphonia came out, I only had like an N64, a GameCube, and a Game Boy Advance. So I didn't have a Sony console. So I never got to play all those JRPGs that came out. I didn't get to play the Final Fantasies or anything. So Symphonia was like my first big JRPG, really. Like besides that, I'd only played Pokemon.
ラフィー
Want a pizza?
ちょっとどこ行ったの？
Hmm.
まさか一人で村に？おお、熱下がってないかもしれないのに。
Velvet's gonna have a heart attack here. Oh, cool. She's gotta learn Swallow Dance. Hmm.
おじさん、ライフセット来なかった？
いや、知らんが。
その本、兄さんの。
ライフセットが書き写した写本だ。
Yeah, she's kind of she's got some of the martial artist moves like Regal or Jude or Senel, but she's got a lot of her own stuff because she's got a blade like on her arm and a blade on one of her legs. So she just kind of throws all her limbs all over the place. You'll see as she gets more arts. She's pretty cool.
これを買うために。
いや、欲しそうに見てたけどな。おまけにつけてやろうかって言ったんだが、それじゃあ俺が損をしちまうって。いい子だが商売には向いてない。
This is a big
じゃあ
compass.
あの子、お金を何に？
俺は口止めされてるんだ。本人に聞いてくれ。
Yeah, that demo was a good idea. I hope they continue to do demos for future games. Not all of the games have had demos.
ライフセットが出歩いてたけど大丈夫なの？
大丈夫じゃない。どこで見たの？
森の方に行くっぽかった。探すのを手伝うよ。
お願い。ニコは念のために村の中を。私は森に行ってみる。
もしこの子たちにライフセットを探させようと思うんだけど、全然動かないの。まるで何かに怯えてるみたい。
Scared of something? If the animals are scared, that's never a good sign.
ライフセットを見なかった。
いや、見ておらんよ。
そう。
わかった。ライフセットは良くないのか？
あんまりおとなしく寝てなきゃいけないのに、出歩いたり本を読んだりで困るわ。
好奇心の強い子じゃ。無理もない。
Yeah,
随分難しい。
back in the day, you used to get demos a lot.
前に会った時は
And it's so much easier to release a demo now because you can just release it, you know, online.
あんなに里い子は
So it would be nice to see more.
一人だろうって。
それほどでもあるけど。
惜しいな。王都の学校に入れば一角の学者になれるだろうに。
王都ってタリエシンの港から何日も船に乗っていくんでしょ？
What game systems do you have?
病気が治ったって一人でそんな遠いとこに行かせられないわ。
ああ見えてしっかりした子じゃ。心配はいらんと思うがな。
私が困るのよ。心配だし寂しいもの。
Ah, Game Informer. Speaking of gaming magazines, actually, the way I found out about Tales of Symphonia, my first game in the series, was from Nintendo Power.
もしかしてあの子、岬に花を摘みに行ったんじゃ。
That was a cool magazine Nintendo used to put out, and they had a big issue with Lloyd, Colette, and Sheena, or they had Lloyd at least on the front, and then they had a big article inside, where they're interviewing the developers, and I was like, wow, this game sounds so cool. It's an RPG, but it's not turn-based stuff, you know, like, because when I was a kid, I thought it was dumb how in JRPGs you would just pick a thing from a menu and then watch it happen. I mean, now I'm cool with turn-based systems, but as a kid, since I didn't really get to play much besides Pokemon, I wasn't too hot on the idea. I always wanted to take direct control and fight. and Tales provided that for me. And on top of that, it's multiplayer. And on top of that, they have good New Game Plus options. So it really just gave me everything I wanted. And I've always been an anime fan, so the games being like playable animes was nice to me.
黙っていなくなって動けなくなったらどうする気だったの？そうなったら苦しむのはあんただけじゃないんだからね。
ごめんなさい。
したいことがあるならちゃんと言ってよ。そりゃ欲しいものも買ってあげられない。情けないお姉ちゃんだけど。
違う、そうじゃない。
This piano theme, this is part of Velvet's theme song. Zestiria has a better soundtrack than this game overall, but what is nice about this game is that all the characters have their own theme song, which we haven't seen in a game since Symphonia. Usually you only get like 1 or 2 characters who have a theme song.
だけじゃなくて海が見たいんでしょ。
それもあるけど。
今日は特別よ。一緒に行こう。いいの？その代わり今度黙っていなくなったらベッドに縛り付けるから。はい。
So she's that kind of girl, huh?
じゃあ岬へ出発。出発。さあ行くわよ。えい、そこよ。えい、えいや。
Yeah, this game is pretty. I mean, some people are saying like, oh, the visuals are outdated and whatnot, and of course that is true to a degree, but they do make it work with their limited resources. Yeah, it is a little annoying that skits are only at save points in like Graces and Zestiria, and also the discovery points. But I do miss the discovery points. I don't think this game has discoveries. Only Graces and Zestiria have that.
そしたら突然あんたが崖から降りようとして。
お姉ちゃんは慌てて僕を捕まえてすっごく怖い顔をして怒った。
当たり前でしょ。あんたまでいなくなったら私どうしたらいいか。
アーサー兄さんがいるよ。お姉ちゃんのこともこの世界のことも兄さんがきっとなんとかして。
Yeah, the main reason I play JRPGs is for combat and characters. And if the story and music are good, then that really is gonna boost it for me.
あんたが降りようとした崖の下にプリンセシアが2つだけ咲いてたんだよね。
あの時風がふわっと吹いてきてセリカお姉ちゃんと同じ香りがしたんだ。
そうだったね。だから私は思ったんだ。あの花はお姉ちゃんからのメッセージだって。知ってる？
Oh yeah, there are some things that when you walk by them you can talk about them, but there's no like discovery mechanic. You don't like click a thing and then you get like a point or fill in the discovery book or anything like that.
僕もだよ、お姉ちゃん。
Who wants some?
さあ行くわよ。はっ、そこよ。せいや。豪華人。
So, for those of you who have played Tales games, I'm sure you know that the games use a linear motion battle system where you're on a line between yourself and your opponent, the enemy you're targeting. In this game, you actually aren't on a line. The only time you're on a line is when you quick step. And if you like attack, you automatically attack towards your target, unless you push the stick. So in this game, you can actually turn your arts in any direction you want, see?
まあまあね。 ラフィー、うちに帰ったらリンゴ部作ってあげよっか。
リンゴ部って何？
釣り下ろしたリンゴのことよ。小さい頃、風邪をひくとセリカお姉ちゃんが作ってくれたの。
Well, we don't know. TP could come back in another game. We don't know. After all, they used to alternate between 2 design styles because they used to have 2 different teams. But now both teams have been combined together ever since Exilia 1. And so they did Exilia 1 and Exilia 2 with TP, and then they did Berseria and Berseria without TP. And we don't know what the next one will be like. They used to alternate between the traditional style and experimental styles. But now both teams are fused together, so we really don't know. It's a toss-up what we'll get. Yeah, you pop out a soul whenever you dodge perfectly. And you can pick it up. Because you can see every enemy has their own soul count. You see the number of diamonds, and they lose those souls and gain them just like you do. Later you get a break soul mechanic where you break a diamond to do a cool attack or whatever, and you also get the blast gauge, which you use for various things. Oh yeah, that's right, the blast gauge is handled way better in this game than in Berseria. In Berseria, the blast gauge is tied to too many mechanics. If I could have any one superpower, what would it be? I mean, I've always been fond of ice powers, which is kind of ironic because I don't like being cold. But I think teleportation would be very handy. You could get anywhere you need to go in an instant. I'm sure Ludger would wish for that. This discussion is a discussion that is brought up several times in the game. Like, why do birds fly? Why do you think birds fly? Looks like it used to be a bandit. Okay. Huh. Can't damage him. Ouch! This song sounds like something that would be in Tales of the Abyss.
私なんで家に。
お姉ちゃん、
ラフィー無事だったんだね。
ごめん、僕のせいだ。
Boy, how many beers did I drink?
あんたがいてくれるから私は。
前の割れちゃったでしょ。お姉ちゃんの髪綺麗だからちゃんとしないともったいないよ。僕が作るよ、お姉ちゃんが幸せになれる世界を。
So, what do you guys think of the game so far? We're still in the prologue, but we're about to get to a cool part.
火の夜なんで。
Magic transformations? Nah, not really.
なんかじゃない。
Yeah, the prologue does go on for a little while, but at least it's interesting.
なんなのこれ。
There isn't much left though. It's almost over.
ラフィーはあの子はどこ。
Oh boy.
何が起こってるの。怖がってる場合じゃない。ラフィーを見つけるんだ。
Oh, look at all these dead people. This is a tutorial to teach you to run away. Yep, the part that is coming up was indeed the part that was censored in the West. I don't like it when you have to turn your back on the enemies and run out of the field. But a lot of like half the Tales games do that. Half of them just have you pick a thing from the menu and wait for it to fill up automatically. Okay, nobody's following me. Look at this stealth. Oh, you guys don't have very good senses for wolves. Alright, we're here. The team AI... Oh, man. Yeah, the team AI in Berseria is suicidal. Like, I've played that game alone twice, and I'm playing it third time now, co-op, and it helps so much to have another human being playing with you. In this game, you'll probably die more than they will on the higher difficulties. The AI is actually pretty good at protecting itself. All right, let's see the censored scene. Yeah, suicidal is putting it nicely. So is the censorship gonna be a buzzkill to the scene? Oh,
ライフセットの命を生贄にして。
何を言ってるの？
Okay, so he's doing a magic circle thing instead. For anyone who doesn't know, in the Japanese version here, he just stabs Laphicet with his sword. Right through him. But in some countries in Europe, you can't show a child being stabbed, so they censored it and didn't bother changing it for North America, where it would have been fine. I mean, I don't see why that's fine and not stabbing him directly. Like, I don't get it. It's not terrible, but it kind of kills it a little bit. It's not as impactful that way.
話しなさい。それは世界への捧げ物だ。
なんで？
もう絶対に助からない。
嘘だ。
Yeah, it is a little brutal, but the original scene, he just stabs him and you see the silhouette of them against the red background. It's much faster, so you don't have like that drawn out sequence. Yeah, this wasn't too bad. I'm sure PC gamers will patch in the original cutscene somehow for the PC version. Ufotable. These animated cutscenes. So good. Look at her left arm. Yeah, it was. There was a little bit of transition, but like by the time they got to Berseria, they got the mocap down pretty good. People move a lot more naturally in cutscenes in general. They always had good battle animations, though, even before they used mocap. Yeah, this is a permanent power for the rest of the game. I mean, she can't just spam that move forever like that, but like this claw is permanent.
らにゴーマ病が広がったの。
Did he just stab that guy in the crotch?
この痛みは私がタイマシアルトリウス・コールブランドが止める。鳥がなぜ飛ぶか、これが俺の答えなんだよ、ウェルベット。許さなくていい。全ては私の罪だ。
Yeah, I mean, that's a good observation. And that's pretty much the prologue. Level up.
This 私の世界は終わった。あれから3年。落とされた闇の底で私は食らい続けた。ゴーマの血と肉を。
So she's now 19.
生きてあの男。弟の仇。
Can you imagine living down here for 3 years? You got that right.
「あの男はどこにいる？」
まずは試さねばなりません。教える価値があるかどうかを。
So those of you who have played Tales of Berseria, see if you can recognize my opponent's fighting style. Something that's really nice is you can see who an enemy is targeting with magic, and you can see when the spell is going to come out, even if the enemy is off screen.
我が日は釈迦そこよクリア。なぜ全力を出さない？合格ですね。それがわかるなら。あの男の精霊がこの程度のはずないでしょう。もうあの方の精霊ではありません。まずこの3年間に起こったことからお話ししましょう。今世界には多数の大魔師が存在し、組織だってゴーマに対抗を。いえ、アルトリウスはどこだ？ミッドガンド領にある王都ローグレスにいらっしゃいます。知らなくてよいのですか？あの夜見たものが何なのか。あの夜あの方がなされた儀式を境に世界は変わりました。
I like her outfit.
多
It's
数の
cool.
精霊が降臨し、それを
It's like
従
a
え
butterfly.
た大魔師たちがゴーマの反乱を食い止めたのです。今や大魔師の組織清涼を率いるあの方は王国からも民衆からも絶大な信頼を得ています。人を守る盾にしてゴーマを狩る剣、救世主アルトリウス・コールブランドとして。ライフィセットを犠牲にして得た力でしょう。ですがまだ完全ではありません。今なら殺すことができます。なぜあんた？理由は無事に脱獄できたらお話しします。脱獄か。いいわ。誰が何を考えようが私はアルトリウスを殺す。それだけよ。首輝は断ち切りました。急ぎましょう。
Time for a prison break. So those are your stats. Pretty standard at this point. Titania. Get some coins.
.まずは装備を。この先の部屋に武器がありました。
Let's get some weapons.
騒がれてはいません。当然ね。この部屋で装備を整えましょう。
How convenient. They put everything I need in one chest.
囚人から没収した品が保管してあるようですね。ロープか。これは使える。
Hi.
すごい刀。その太刀はゴーラン？ なぜこんなところに。私には大きすぎる。いいのですか？ゴーランは希代の名刀ですが、どんなにすごくても使いこなせなきゃ意味がない。よし、準備はよろしいですか？
何をしている？
Been spotted. Alright. So, as you can see, Saris is here with me, but she doesn't even have a status portrait. You can't control her, and I don't even think she can die.
Nareta mono ne. 言ったはずです。私はもうあの方の精霊ではないと。船の用意は？ここが島だとご存知だったのですね。ええ。凶悪犯を集めた監獄島ってことも、ゴーマが大勢収監されてることも、餌が命乞いしながら教えてくれたわ。港は島の表と裏に一つずつ。私の船は島の裏手につけてあります。了解。裏の港ね。
Let us continue our escape. We've got rope. And so now we've got her new status portrait. Oh yeah, and you can change her to prisoner outfit and her villager outfit from before if you wanted. Can't go that way, but there's an item here.
あれは特殊な霊力の塊。ある精霊一族の魂のようなものです。3年前の降臨の日以来、世界中に出現しました。降臨の日。これはあの夜のヨハなのか。集めておけば、その精霊一族の協力を得られるかもしれません。
So you got your collectibles.
強制するつもりはありません。どうするかはあなたが決めてください。とりあえず拾っておくわ。使えるもの何でも利用する。はい。そうでなければあの方は殺せないでしょう。
You're lost as to what's going on? Basically, Velvet wants revenge against Artorias, who is her whatchamacallit, brother-in-law. And she's been kept down here in this prison for 3 years. And so things have changed in the world.
島の外周道が立ち入り禁止になった。地盤が緩んで崩落の危険があるらしい。監視塔の下を通る道か。もともと感動だし、問題はあるまい。港をつなぐ近道だった。
港をつなぐ外周道。監視塔の下。
警備兵が数名所在不明になった。何者かが島に入り込んだらしい。全隊の士は2隊に分かれ、表門と裏門に集合せよ。
了解。 これで袋のネズミですね。
油断はするな。賊がネズミとは限らん。はっ。
さすがに手強いですね。ならこっちも戦力を揃える。牢獄はどこ？この階にあ
Well,
るはず。
Tales of Berseria got an anime. Maybe they'll animate this at some point.
利用できるものは利用す
But
る。
there's no guarantee.
Nanda なんだ貴様らは。行くわよ。効果で。そこよ。そこよ。そこどけ。やれやれ。
In Berseria, whenever you would examine the like enemy book information on a target, you would have like notes from the characters where they would say stuff about the enemy. You don't really have that in this game. I kind of miss that.
聞け。今から檻を開ける。全員でこの島を出る。
マジかよ。
二手に分かれて表門と裏門へ向かえ。門を突破すれば船が手に入る。
でもタイマシが守ってるんだろ。ここから生きて出られたのはバンアイフリードって海賊だけなんだぜ。
奴だってメルキオールとかいうジジイタイマシが連れ出したんだ。
Yeah, the characters definitely have some cool designs.
海賊アイフリード、メルキオ。強制はしない。この檻の中で生きたいやつは残ればいい。
俺はやるぜ。どんな目が出ようが。やってやる。帰って家族に会うんだ。
I freed a Melchior. I guess we'll have to remember those names for later.
シアリーズ。これで警備の目はあいつらに集まる。こっちは監視塔を探すわよ。塔から外周道に降りて港に抜ける。
Yeah, I mean, why do you think it sounds familiar? Like from another Tales game or from something else? Like it sounds like something you'd hear in, I don't know, like English Legend or something. But I don't know exactly where they took the name from. Okay, buddy. I'll just let you do you. I'm out of here. What's up?
あんたが逃げないの？
タイマシたちを甘く見るな。みんな犬死に。いや、ご無事にだ。
ここを管理してる清涼とやらはそんなにすごいって？
すごいどころじゃねえ。タイマシたちの清涼は今やミッドガンド王国と一体になって世界を牛耳る組織。ゴーマになっちまった人間は容赦なく狩られる。逆らうのは 世界を敵に回すのと。
その頂点に立つのはあいつか。
ここに捕まったのは運が良かった方さ。化け物になっちまった。
私の餌になるまではね。情報提供どうも。
万一ここを脱出できてもシャバには強力な精霊を従えた大魔師が何千人も待ってる。助かる道なんて絶対にないぞ。
そんな道なんて求めてないわ。アルトリウスを殺せればそれでいい。
It's like she's their vacuum cleaner or their garbage disposal. They kept her at the bottom, just dumped the monsters in for her to eat.
いやはや、詫びもなしかい？
Tuxedo mask? Yeah, I could see that. I totally forgot about this.
なんじゃの主らは、すやっと安眠しとるわしを起こしよってからに。まさに極楽から地獄と思ったらマジ牢獄じゃし。この切なさ、わかるじゃろ？
あなたは。
よう聞いた。自分で言うのも嬉しいが、わしこそは発行司会を股にかけ、
I like her theme song.
ドラゴンも笑う大魔法使い。その名もマジギギカミルディンドディンノルルンドゥ、略してマギルーと覚えおけ。
マギ
違う。隣の客はよくかき食う客だの、かき食うのアクセントでマギルーじゃ。各力説しても分かり合えぬ人と悲しいものじゃって。まあどうでもいいかな。
Yeah, a lot of people like this game because of her. She's kind of like the Pascal. Like a lot of people's favorite character in Graces is Pascal. Is that kind of thing. But at the same time, there are people who don't like her and find her annoying.
はいも取られた。あいつは。やはりここは特別監獄。囚人一人とて油断はできませんね。大魔法使いと名乗っていましたが、あいつ精霊を刺激してた。いいえ、精霊の気配はありませんでした。ただの人間のはずです。なら魔法使いじゃなくて奇術師ね。次に仕掛けてきたら種ごと潰す。それで終わり。
It takes a little while to figure out exactly what her deal is, but it's interesting. Okay, still working on all this. Hey, you also get skills unlocked on your title when you perform certain things, like... What is this for? I guess this is... Yeah, just for performing martial arts. Looking for the watchtower. Here's another cool character with another good character theme song. If they play it, I think they play it at some point.
この者はゴーマ。来る。
Here's the song.
どうやら人間じゃないようだな。
あんたもね。
違いない。
It sounds like something you'd hear in Street Fighter. Well, not everybody.
これ式で刃こぼれするか。大魔師のナイフも生くらだな。早くゴーランを取り返さないと。
ゴーラン、あのたちの。
ゴーランを見たのか。どこで。頼む、教えてくれ。
地下の倉庫みたいな
地下だな。かたじけない。
変なゴーマ。騒ぎが収まったら隙はなくなる。急ぐわよ。
Okay, so now we got the first of the 3 guard charges. If you've played Graces or Zestiria, you know about when you hold your guard, you get 3 colored charges which do various things depending on the game. It's also in Exilia too, actually.
Goran. まさかあのゴーマは何？いえ、あの剣士のゴーマに少し驚いただけです。ものすごい殺気だったのに、太刀の話が出た途端、別人のようになったものですから。真面目に考えても仕方ないでしょ。ゴーマのことなんか。それにしても風変わりな囚人ばかりですね。あなたのことでは別にいいわ。精霊なんかにどう思われようとね。参ります。わらひはシャッカ効果でそこよ。効果で
Yeah, these enemies were in Zestiria. In like the, was it like the Perlos field or something like that? The place with all the wheat?
済みましたね。急ぎましょう。まずは脱出が先か。
So this ring is almost done. What's going on over here?
港への門、大魔師が固めてる。突破は無理ね。監視塔はこの先のはずです。
Yeah, outside of Pendrago. Come at me. The post-battle speeches. So master skills are the skills you learn off of the equipment. The post-battle speeches in this, they're fine. I don't think they're the best ones. I think like they range from like fine to pretty good. There's some good ones in this one, but it's not like on the level of some of like the best ones. Like I think Graces has some of the best ones. Symphonia has some good ones, Abyss has some good ones, Vesperia has some good ones. Actually, 1 and 2 have a couple good ones. Yeah, I would say solid overall with some good ones, but this isn't the best of the victory quotes.
道が崩れてしまっている。これではロープも役には。
Berseria had a lot of ones where they couldn't translate them to English easily. I remember that. Because they were making like Japanese puns. I wish I could bounce. Yeah, that one was great. Does Velvet bounce? I think she bounces a little bit. I think Mila had one of the most pronounced bounces in a Tales game. Although the first one to bounce was Sheena in Tales of Symphonia. That was the first 3D game, and they took advantage of that. Just snap it right back in.
特別な力を得る儀式のことです。厳しい枷で縛るほど強い力が手に入る。その誓いは
And what's funny is if you put Mila's Exilia 2 outfit on Rose or Alicia in Berseria, it changes their breasts to her breasts. So they get bigger and they bounce around a lot more. It's really strange. It changes their body. So yeah, herbs, as always, increase your stats permanently. Look at them hiding stuff behind me. They thought I wouldn't look.
This このまま進むと表の港に出てしまいますが、
侵入を察知された以上、あんたの船は見つかったと考えるべき。ここは裏をかいて表を抜く。港はこの先ね。
そこまでだ。
Who could this be?
一等大魔師がこの島に派遣されていたなんて。
驚いたよ、シアリーズ。君が賊に協力していたとは。まさかアルトリウス様の命なのか。
いいえ、私の意志です。
精霊が意志とはね。どうやら君を操っている者がいるようだ。
It's funny because he actually doesn't have the same character designer as Flynn's character designer. He's not designed by Kosuke Fujishima. He's designed by Daigo. What's his name? It's I think it's Daigo Okamura. It's Okamura something. The guy who designed like Luger and L and Emil and Marta. You can always tell by the eyes for Okamura. Alright, let's see. I like this song a lot. So you can see the line of where he's pointing that spell. And when the line turns red, that means the spell's about to come out. He's tiger blading me? Huh. Did they actually rename the move to Tiger Fang? Tiger's Fang? That's more accurate, actually, because it's... Alright. Should have sidestepped. How are you blocking me when I'm behind you? There we go. Wait, what? Shadow Shock, what's his name? Sorei had that. You're stunned now. A tough opponent. Does that seem familiar to you, Gunsling and Otaku, since you played Berseria? His spirit just turned into a dragon. Oh no. Well, shouldn't I at least take you out to dinner first? Yeah.
消したくても消えないほどか。これはラフィーの。だから許せない。凍てついた世界も人も結構面倒な女なのですよ。早く私の命が尽きないうちに。
Another ufotable animated scene. Yeah, this game is savage. It doesn't pull its punches. This is just the beginning. Hey, it's the Sorcerer's Ring! Alright, let's go. Versus Dragon. Boss 1. Okay, so Sorcerer's Ring allows you to do a Break Soul. So you press R2 and she'll bring out the claw. You see her image down there is changed. So you break off one soul and it gives the soul to your target. Enemies can also do it. At the end of her claw mode, she'll do a finisher move. And the longer you're in the claw mode, the more health she'll lose. Her health drains rapidly. Faster and faster the closer it gets to 1. What's he got? But you need to have at least 3 souls to do a break soul. Yeah, the souls are what are used for the combo system. Like, you've got the number of diamonds you have is the number of actions you can perform in a row. I believe the max is 8 in the game. You can eventually have 8 diamonds. And every time you do a break soul, it resets your combo count. So, but you lose 1 diamond. So, like, let's say I do 3 attacks in a row, then a break soul. Boom. Well, actually, I gained a soul right there, big combo. And then I can do a break soul again and keep going. But then eventually, if you keep, like, if you master more than the number of actions you have on claw mode, it'll end the claw mode with a finisher. And the finisher move will always be different depending on the species of the enemy you're fighting. Since he's a dragon, it does a dragon finisher that's strong against dragons. And every character's break soul is different. Velvet's just the claw mode, but everybody else does something different. And every art also costs a certain number of points. So if you look at the bottom there, it says SG5, SG13, and 30 soul gauge points is 1 diamond. So that's what turns them red while you're using arts. It's Velvet's theme song again.
アルトリウスに告げなさい。私はベルベット・クラウ。ゴーマも精霊もタイマッシュも食らい尽くす。最悪のクーマだ。
死ぬかと思ったわい。
お前は突然来て俺におぶさってただけだろ。おう、お前は。お前のおかげでゴーランを見つけられた。俺は6 苦労嵐月。これは俺の命の太刀なんだ。この恩は必ず返す。
挨拶は後じゃ。急いで逃げんと囚人どもはほとんど制圧されたようじゃぞ。
港はこの先よ。手伝って。
Nice. You know what? I don't know. I don't think I got any bonuses. But I haven't beaten Tales of Berseria on PS4 yet. Maybe you have to beat the game to get a bonus, but I don't think so. I don't think this one has any bonuses for beating other games. I beat Berseria on PC and PS3. But I do have the PS4 version.
わかった。これもオーランの命だ。
いや、でもなこんな天気じゃすぐに方角もわからなくなるぞ。
わかるわ。船には羅針盤ってものがあるんだから。
牢の小屋しか魚の餌か。ま、どうでもいいかな。
Sail away. Look at this cute little boy. Did I learn Swallow Dance yet? Yes, I did. There we go.
すまん。武器があれば力になれたんだが。
背負ってるでしょ。
いや、これは使えん。話すと長くなるんだが。
さっきの子は
なんか怖いのがピューッと逃げていったわ。
逃げていいわよ、あんたたちも。
まだ恩を返していない。受けた恩は返すのが俺の信条だ。
逃げるにしてもここがどこか確かめんと。わしらは哀れな遭難者じゃろ。
それならこんなものが落ちていたぞ。
地図。さっきの子が落としていったのか。
どうやらここはノースガンド領らしいな。
ノースガンド領。つまり船を修理しないとミッドガンド領にあるオートには行けないってことか。
ローグレスにどんな用があるんだ？脱獄してでも行きたいようだよな。
立ち話は後じゃ。どこかに温かいスープと心温まる小話はないかの。
近くにヘラビー
Huh, yeah, you'd think she'd be cold.
小話は知らんが、飯も船
Funnily enough, they do bring it up in a later skit. They'll address that. Got a new title. She's done with that, so I might as well give her this. So this is exactly the same, but has a random skill. So I'll get that. She's done with this. This one has a random skill, which makes it better. Alright.
Velvet はさっきの坊と知り合いなのかい？何やら呼びかけておったら。
別に精霊に知り合いなんていないわ。
もう
何
もマギもないが、あの坊は変わっておったの。
確かにな。命令もないのに回復術でゴーマを助けやがった。
おまけに羅針盤を盗んでいきよった。大魔師に従う精霊のくせに我欲のあるやつじゃわ。
まあこっちもあいつの地図をいただいちまったけどな。
いやはや悪党ばかりじゃな。わし以外は。
まったくだな。
そういうボケつぶしが一番の悪じゃよ。
そうなのか？
脱獄囚、いい気なものね。
Certainly a band of weirdos. Alright. I think I'll head as far as the town, and then I think I'm gonna call it a night. And I'll stream again on another day.
やれやれ。
しかしマギル、お前の話し方見た目通り妙竹林だな。
魔法使いにふさわしい意見と年輪を感じさせねばならんからの。わしも魅惑のキャラ作りにはなかなか
何事も修行ということか。ところで魔法使いと魔女ってどう違うんだ？
厳密に言えばいろいろ区分けはあるが、大雑把に言えばニュアンスの違いじゃな。倹約家とケチの違いと言えばわかるかや？
おお、つまり役に立つやつが魔法使いで役立たずが魔女ってことか。だとすると今のお前は魔女だな。か
あ、にべもない。というかキャラ作りが役に立っておらん。北国の風が余計にしみるわい。
行くわよ。
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird journey to the west, where the characters are like criminals or villains or whatever. An image of a court jester. Yeah.
行くわよ。呪い、そこや。呪い。離縁連結、そこや。そこや。効果陣。効果陣、そこや。呪い。スリア。呪い。そこや。そこだ。はい、やれやれね。行くわよ。そこや。呪い。そこや。そこだ。やれやれね。行くわよ。そこや。セーフ。そこや。離縁連結。そこや。呪い。そこだ。はい、尽くす。そこや。次。呪い。こごね。血だらけよ。ゼロ。そこだ。はい、尽くす。セーフ。しまった。そこや。呪い。そこだ。はい、尽くす。やれやれね。
Well, if you use the Consume Claw, it resets your chain of action. So let's say you did 3 actions in a row, you would have to wait a little bit before you could attack again. But if you do 3 attacks in a row, then use the claw, you now only have 2 souls left, but you can do those 2 attacks right away. And sometimes you'll get souls back mid combo while you're in Consume Claw mode, which allows you to keep using the break soul and stay in that mode longer and keep your combo going. She also does more damage in that state, even though her health is going down. I think the lower her health is, the higher her attack buff gets.
インチキ魔女じゃってしょっぴかれたんじゃ。身内のひどい裏切りにあっての。聞きたいか？聞くも涙、語るも笑顔の物語。
興味ない。
Mega Sonic Thrust is the next art she'll learn. That's cool. Kuha. It's a Shogeki. Is the Japanese name for that move.
行くわよ。そこや。呪い。
Yeah.
効果でそこや。呪い。見切った。そこや。そこだ。はい、尽くす。やれやれね。
Life bottle. Sweet.
行くわよ。離縁連結。離縁連結。セーフ。そこや。離縁連結。そこや。呪い。離縁連結。そこだ。はい、尽くす。離縁連結。邪魔よ。離縁連結。そこや。呪い。効果でこごね。ラパティレーザー。そこや。呪い。そこだ。はい、尽くす。やれやれね。
What's that pink box over there? What's that little critter?
困ったにゃ。誰か助けてくれないかにゃ。
また妙なのが出た。
喋る猫。化け猫ゴーマか。
In some of the other Tales games, you'll see these creatures known as cats. They're in Symphonia, and they're also in Graces. Oh yeah, they're also in Berseria.
なるほど。よくわからんやつなのはわかった。
あなたは
猫人スピリッツを持っているにゃ。これのことにゃ。
それは監獄島で拾った。
それにゃ。それは私たちの魂的なも
猫人スピリッツ。
の。略して5人ピリッツにゃ。
逆に言いにくい。
じゃあ猫スピでいいにゃ。3年前の夜、大宴会で盛り上がりすぎて体から抜け出てしまったのにゃ。どうか猫スピを使って仲間をニャルベージしてくださいにゃ。
ニャルベージってなんだ？
Yeah, they are cute.
猫人ボックスに封印された猫人を猫スピで解放することにゃ。これがサルベージ。
But man, that Cats World theme, that theme song was great. What the heck?
その理屈なら猫ベージでしょ。
おお、その引っかき、いや引っ掛けに気づくとはやはりただものではないにゃ。お願いにゃ。猫スピは世界中に飛び散って大勢の猫人が封印されちゃってるのにゃ。どうか猫スピを集めて仲間たちを救い出し
助ける義理なんてないわ。
そこをにゃんとか。
猫人は不思議な力を持った一族じゃ。歌詞を作るといいことがあるやもしれんぞ。
それなりにお礼はします
にゃ。無限にする
Bersona.
やるとも言うしの。
場合によっては呪うにゃ。
これも何かの縁だ。旅のついでにやってやろうぜ。
あくまでついでよ。
Yeah, the cats are great. There are lots of weird animal people in the Tales series. Like the turtles, the cats, the antlion man, those cowboys in Vesperia.
が。
俺たちの風景では入れてくれそうにないな。
さっきごめんなさい。俺盗むつもりじゃなかったけど。
羅針
盤いいのか、おやつ大麻師の配下かもしれんぞ。
あと追うわよ。
How do you even carry around a compass that large? Okay, folks, I think I'm going to call it here. It's 10 o'clock where I am. I've got work tomorrow, but I will stream again sometime. So keep an eye out. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed. Thank you for watching, and so yeah, I'll see you around. Thank you for being here. I hope you'll tune into the next one. You too. Have a good night.